I've tested hundreds of paint colours over the years, but these 5 beat them all. They work in almost any home, and I return to them again and again in clients' homes. So if you're stuck choosing paint colours, these will make your home feel timeless, as if they've been selected for you by an interior designer. I suppose they kind of have. Hi, I'm Fee, I'm an interior designer, and I post videos showing you how to create your dream home confidently and affordably. I share interior design secrets that actually work in real homes, so subscribe if you'd like more and become a part of this amazing community. Okay, before I get into the 5 colours, I want to share the thinking behind them and share some quick tips on painting your samples correctly, because many people get this part wrong and end up really not liking the paint colour that they initially thought was the one. All of the colours that I recommend to clients are inspired by nature, and that's because our brains evolved in natural environments, not in houses, offices or cities. We instinctively respond to certain landscapes, colours and patterns as safe, familiar and restorative, and this is called biophilic design, bringing elements of nature indoors. And science has proven it's one of the best ways to design a home, helping you to lift your mood, lower your stress, boost your creativity and make your space more cosy and comfortable to live in. Now, I could talk all day about colour psychology, but the most important thing to keep in mind for this video and for your home is warm colours. Think earthy neutrals, browns, warm greens, and blues with a warmer base. These tend to make people feel cosy, grounded, and welcome. Cool colours, on the other hand, think cooler blues, cool greys, and crisp whites, create a calm, fresh feel, but they can sometimes feel a little bit cold if they're overused. I lean towards warm colours in homes because they're easier to live with day to day, they're restful, and they bring in that biophilic palette. And here's a fun fact for you. A global survey found that the world's most popular colour blends 2 of nature's most abundant hues, green and blue, and it's a shade of teal. And I truly think it's because we all crave that sense of tranquility in our lives. A small pocket of calm in the chaos of everyday life. Okay, next, a quick note on how you're sampling your paint colours, because if you've ever bought a tin of paints that looks nothing like the sample or the colour card, it's possible you may not be sampling it quite correctly. When you're testing your paints, a quick designer tip here is instead of painting directly onto your walls, grab some A3 boards from Amazon and paint your tester pot on that rather than directly onto your wall. I even go a little bit extra and use a sticker maker to label them so I don't get confused which paint is which. But what you end up with is a board that you can easily move around the room and see how the colour looks in different lights and against different finishes and furnishings that you have in your space. The benefit to these boards is twofold. Firstly, it prevents your sample from mixing with your existing wall colour, giving an untrue reflection, and you won't be applying your paint too thin because you'll need 2 to 3 coats to cover this board. And when it comes to your paint job, it'll actually prevent you having to paint over big sample patches, which is especially tricky to hide if you're going from dark to light paint. But I think what I love most about this technique is you build a library of colour boards rather than collecting rusty paint tins in the garage that's just going to dry out. So you can compare colours in multiple rooms, in multiple homes over the years as well. And I like to keep them propped up for a few days to watch how the tones vary from morning to evening, so you feel really happy with your choice. So first up is my most cherished paint colour, Shaded White by Farrow & Ball. I honestly feel at this stage like it's my signature colour. Sorry, other interior designers, I'm claiming this one. I've used this colour in countless homes. It's a soft beige-toned neutral with subtle grey undertones, and it works in both bright and dark rooms without it ever feeling stark or oppressive. I recommend applying it anywhere that you want to bring warmth, but still a light and airy feel, say a living room, hallway or a kitchen. And it plays beautifully with natural wood and works across both modern and period properties. Actually, one of my favourite applications ever with this colour is on our shaker-style kitchen cabinets, especially when paired with bronze hardware for a really bold contrast. Next up, I want to give you the most versatile colour in my library at the moment, and that's got to be French Grey by Farrow & Ball. Despite the name, this is actually a muddy kind of green that changes beautifully throughout the day. It's so calming, timeless, and will work in every single room of your home. It's so versatile. It can even be taken outdoors and applied to garden fencing, windows and front doors. And I genuinely feel it adds resale value. I always use this colour when my client wants a nod to nature and a little bit of colour without going too bold. So we often apply it on feature walls. But honestly, it's just so versatile. It goes everywhere. Bathrooms, utility rooms, kitchens, everywhere. My next colour is bold. It's Green Smoke by Farrow & Ball. I proposed green smoke in a client's downstairs WC, which gave the room a sense of identity again, and I love how it turns out. It's perfect when you want to add incredible depth and drama to a room without it feeling like a dark cave. It's an easy paint colour to design with as well because it sits so beautifully next to so many materials: wood, brass, chrome, marble, anything. But one thing to keep in mind when applying darker paint colours is definitely to take it all the way down to the skirting and try not to have any white trim. I mean, it ended up looking okay in this room, but occasionally clients will go their own way with the colour application. I also suggest pairing it with a complementary white on the ceiling, like shaded white, not necessarily brilliant white, to really elevate the colour and the design. God, I'm actually nitpicking my own designs now, how funny. But I really learn from every single project that I do. One of my favourite things to help students with is colour and determining what their home and personality are really crying out for. It's a small but not insignificant part of renovating your dream home. But if you need help with the overall renovation process in greater depth, check out our online courses to help you with budgeting, finding trades, and making savings. I also have a free 3-day renovation class to start watching some bonus videos on smart ways to save money in your renovation. I'll leave links to access it down below. Now, let's say you're looking for a colour that's safer for resale value, or you need an affordable paint for a rental. I understand the temptation to go with brilliant whites everywhere, but instead make a swap and go for Timeless by Dulux. It wins my vote because it's a warm, versatile, light and airy neutral, and it doesn't have any yellow tones that can come up a little bit too magnolia. It's forgiving, adaptable, and it photographs beautifully, far better than brilliant white, which can feel a little bit sterile when it's applied all over the room. I've used Timeless in entire rental properties to give a consistent backdrop, and it's easier to maintain than brilliant white as well. It brings a really considered look that feels homely and provides a great blank canvas to add personality to. This next one is a personal wildcard that I love. Tell me if you feel the same. It's Zale's Powder by Capietra. At the time of recording, it's only available in the UK, but if you're watching from the States, then try Little Greene's Bone China Blue, which is nearly identical, really, really similar. I'll leave links down below for you. I love applying this colour to spaces that you want to bring a soothing, coastal-inspired feel, like in bathrooms or bedrooms, and particularly when it's applied to woodwork. I always think it really brings this playful edge. We actually have it in our home office, paired with some brass details. But yeah, it's such a soft, muted blue with a gentle grey-green tint that makes it warmer than your average blue. And this is so important, again, because your room won't feel cold. It'll remain really homely, calm and airy. I also love it when it's paired with textures like washed wood, seagrass and linen to complement the cosy coastal look. Those are my top 5 current paint colours that work every time, and I hope you found this helpful. And if you did, hit the subscribe for more insider design tips, or take a look at our online courses and design packs for more support. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and remember, the best paint colour really is the one that you love living with every single day. And make sure you get samples, sit with the possibilities, and just see how they feel in your home. Painting a room is such a big job that requires a lot of labour, and you really want to get the colour just right. Okay, I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.